And we're off and running. All right. Alrighty, so what questions do you guys have today? Um, yeah, that's a good question. Usually the SPY will have an up day within 2 days of the VIX having an 11% run to the upside. Vice versa, the other way when it goes down -10%, like I go back and look at my in the options Friday morning, I said the VIX was up or was down over 10%, so most likely SPY is going to come down. That's exactly what it did. So now we're in the other position, where the VIX was up. So I'm guessing Monday or Tuesday or both, we're going to have a bounce back up, try to get back to the 20 moving average, and then I think we're going to be coming down again. At least that's what I'm looking at. So, um, so I just keep that in mind. And we hit the 25 right here. I think we're going to try to break through it though. I think we're going to try to get back up to the 394, and then maybe Monday. But just keep an eye out on the futures and the pre-market and see where we're at, because we very well could just bounce off of this and come down. But I don't think so. The VIX has got a divergence pattern here, so there's a bunch of divergences here. So I'm guessing this is going to come down Monday, but right now it's just a guess. We don't know what's going to happen pre-market, so you have to keep an eye out on that. My 340s went back up from $2 up to 323. That would have been a good day yesterday. What else, guys? Come on, keep it rolling. I'm recording this, so let's get some information out. No, I didn't. I had technical difficulties for some reason. Stupid recording thing couldn't record my mic. Right now, I know that it's recording mine, but I don't know if it's recording. Let's see. I should check this out. Yeah, someone say something, please. I want to see if it's recording you guys also. And it's not recording you guys. Lovely. Um, let's see if that works. All right, someone say something again. Still didn't take. Oh, well, this will be kind of boring if you can't hear, or I'll just have to repeat. repeat the questions. All right, try this one. Someone give me a test again.
Yeah, testing.
Hey, that worked. All right. Okay, so I have that on headphones. Okay. So that works. Okay, so we're back. Now we should be able to get everything going here. So, um, all right. What is on your guys' minds? And don't tell me March Madness.
Tesla.
Tesla. I haven't looked at Tesla for a while. For the last, yeah, downtrend started okay. Yeah, that would have been nice to get puts right here. That's for sure. Usually, now I'm going by a specific volatility trading range indicator here. You sell when it's in the red and you buy when it's in the green. So that would have been beautiful to get first thing Monday, and you just probably could have wrote it. It's usually, and now it's ranging right here. It would have been pretty decent to get in, right here at 177. I would assume it doesn't go straight up. Obviously, you see it up, now it's down, it's up, it's down, but it should eventually work its way back up to the 200 range. Um, and with the SPY, I think going up Monday or Tuesday or both, that might be a good bet. But uh, patience. Yeah, you're in the middle of a range, so I stay away from it. I wait for it to where it's at a high or a low. So for the 5 day swing, look at that. Just first thing Monday morning, you could have rolled that from 163 up to 185. That would have been incredible. But now again, we're at this this range right here. So on the larger chart, it said it should come up one more time. But on the week swing, it's telling me it's coming down. So it kind of got mixed messages here. Um, it very well could come back down and test it one more time. But with the SPY doing what it's doing, I wouldn't be surprised to see it make a run up here. La, 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 la. Okay, guys, just give me a second. I got to go downstairs and take care of something. I'll be back in like 1 minute. All right. All right, back. Sorry about that. The dogs were driving me nuts. Um, so sorry. Yeah, with Tesla, you're kind of uh, in the middle of a range here. So you're kind of at the will of the market. Uh, I could see this going either way. If anything, for a safe play, I would wait until it breaks out of this range right here. To the upside, you're looking at 186. You could play it up to, for $10 or so. If it breaks below 177.80, well, 176 to be on the safe side. You could play it down to 164. But yeah, it's kind of tough right here.
Thank you, Rambo.
Yeah. Are you in it right now?
Actually, not. It's too volatile, so I just stayed away for now.
Volatile's fun. Let's see what we got going on here on the daily. Yeah, it's still in this channel. Funny, I said it was going to go to 223. Got awfully close. Now, usually when the lowest candle on the chart gets close to this is the upper VWAP, anchored VWAP. When these two get close, usually something major happens. It could be a major run down or a run up. So this is an interesting area right here. I would keep it close eye, at 162.20, and then the 217.36. Because if it breaks the upside, you're probably going to have a good run. If it breaks to the south side, it could get a little nasty. The deviations here. We just broke. We broke through the weekly and the monthly statistical means. That's pretty big. So you had a little fight here. You broke it, and it comes back down and comes back up again. Now for the overall move, see you get a flow. It's coming up. It hit the 1.5 sigma up here, and so it looks like we're trying to. Well, it did test right here. I wouldn't be surprised if it tries to test it one more time, at least the monthly. But the deviations were going down, down, down. Now they're starting to. Well, the monthly deviation now just kind of ticked up a little bit right here. So, we'll see. But the money line though on the daily, yeah, it's got to get above 191, whatever 191.29. If it doesn't, this is probably then, yeah, it's coming back down to the 165.37 mark. Considering what's going on with the SPY, I wouldn't be I wouldn't be surprised Monday we have a blue day. Blue Monday. If you want to play ODTs on it. But this is kind of setting up with what I think is going to happen with the SPY. It's going to come up maybe 1-2 days, and then I think she's coming back down. Why do I have the weekly volatility range on here? It's still bullish though, so we'll wait and see what happens.
Hey, Ron, really quick, how did you discover the VIX kind of leads the SPY in either direction?
Well, it not all the time. Yeah, you have to be experienced with it. Sometimes the VIX actually goes with the SPY. So it's kind of a tricky thing. I don't use it solely, but usually when I know, like right here with the harmonic, this big harmonic pattern that happened, I got burned on it. That didn't play according to the rules. But how did I find out about it? Just experience, listening and talking to people. Um, a lot of big players will keep an eye on the VIX. Um, but see, this box here is what they call the reversal zone, right? You don't play it until now. This zone wasn't extended out this far, so I played puts right here because it peaked right. I got in too early, right when it peaked out of the reversal zone. So I'm giving you some harmonic lessons here. And the problem with that is that's not how you're supposed to do it. So, because if look what happened, boom, you got rejected. How you're supposed to play it is right here. Okay. It usually breaks out, it retests, and then it takes off. Now, this one came back under. Okay. But then right here, you wait for the first bullish candle to break out, only after if it retested like this, and you can play it right when it comes out. Traditionally, it breaks out and then it will retest, and then that first bluish candle, you're in it from here, and it will go hit your target. So that's the rule. So I lost a crap load. I made a lot of money right here on a small position. And then I lost a crap load of money on a big position right here. So that was not a good day for me. And it's every single time I break my rules, I get destroyed. So it happens to the best of us. But if you notice, then Monday, it broke out, and as soon as it came back out right here, I was in. And made a boatload off of that move right there. So I knew the VIX was going to be going up. I only played it up to the first target, so I left a little bit on the table here. But I'm happy with that. If I had a larger position, I might have, if I had 40 contracts, I might have sold 30 and let 10 run. But I was really happy with that. Didn't expect it to hit T2, and it didn't get close to it. But it hit look at that funny, here's the trading range. And so this white dotted line is the middle trading range for the contracts. Usually when it comes up above, this is no matter what stock I'm playing or looking at the SPY. If it's above here, as soon as it breaks here, be perfect position to get in. I put my stop loss right underneath that. So right here, if I would have gotten in, I would have gotten stopped out. And then right here, I might have gotten back in again and would have gotten close to being stopped out, and then made that run. So, but now I'm strictly going by the range here, not this. But see, this helps me. This is concurrence. It gives me more confidence to get into this trade a little, maybe a little earlier here. So, but yeah, it's definitely for short term and for long term. The VIX is really good for day trading. I will usually have it on the. I'll take a look at the 30 minutes. Sometimes it depends on what kind of mood I'm in, but if I'm scalping, I'll have the 15-minute on usually. But what I usually do is I will. Sometimes I'll put support and resistance on here, so when I see it tanking and bouncing off support, that's telling me that that this SPY is going to start going down because it's usually inverse. So that's how I'll look at how I play the SPY, and then obviously right here, see again, this helps also. So here the VIX is going up throughout the day, but now the slow stochastic slow, stochastic. This is a divergence pattern here. So this is something that gives me an idea that it's going to come down. Now it might come down hard in pre-market, and then boom, Monday it goes up again. So that would mean a down day, but the way things look on everything is telling me, we're going to have a bearish or a bullish day Monday. That's one of the things that I use. That's a really good question. And then what I do today on Saturdays, and then every morning, I'll come in and I'll look at, I'll compare it to the SPX to the dollar. So here's SPX. And this will give me some indications on what's going on, like when there's some divergence patterns here, where the dollar's going up and this starts coming down. Right here, this is really going up while this is just pretty much going straight. That's telling me it's there's going to be a down movement here. I'm not too hip on the dollar so much. It gives me some clues. That's why I still have it on here. But yet on the daily, you really want to pay attention to it. And then these 9 counts too, and especially the 13 count. I like to have on the SPX, but the one that I really like is the junk bonds, high yield gains. This usually will give me quite a clue on what's going on, but you really have to keep a close eye and know how to read divergences. But see how this is pretty much flat, but look at what the junk bonds are doing. They're tanking. So there's not any support here. So what happens? Boom. Here, junk bonds going down. SPY going up for 3 days. It's telling me it's going to come down. Sure enough, boom, came back down here. I know there's a divergence pattern on here for something. That's interesting. Yeah, this is off of something. Oh no, of course I didn't label it. I wonder what that was off of, this divergence pattern here. Oh yeah, with this slow stow. Again, here's a big divergence pattern here. Oh yeah, there's one right here also. So I don't know why I have that up there. But so these give you clues on what's going on with the market. All right. So right now, junk bonds are coming up. The SPY's still coming up. Here the prices were going down, but yet on the slow stows, it's really close about having a triple bottom here, which tells me it's probably going to start coming up again. So those things really help me out, and you guys should really pay attention to. These are called market indicators. So not really. These are indicators, but what you're doing is you're going against other markets that tend to help what they call leading indicators or signals. Okay, and usually when you have a divergence going on, that tells you that that gives you a heads up that it's going to be coming down. So uh, good question. But more you guys study this stuff, better you're going to be at. Don't well, the OTC. We do OTCs here. Well, guess what? If the SPY's going down and tanking, your OTCs are going to have a bad day. So it behooves you to understand this stuff so you could get a jump on, hey, this tanked right here, but now, hey, junk bonds are coming up now. And look what happens with the SPY. It starts turning. So if you're interested in getting into OTC, an OTC stock, most likely it's going to be going up. Most likely. So, good question. What else, everybody?
If no one else, I always got one for you.
The what?
All right. Said if no one else, I always have one for you.
Yeah, guys, don't be bashful. Don't be so polite. Shout out, man. Let's go.
All right. Bravo Lima Bravo X-ray.
Bravo Lima, Bravo X-ray. I love you. Thank you very much.
For sure.
Oh, all right.
Uh,
It hit this resistance area right here. It had a nice divergence right here and then bounced off, and I did it again. I can't believe that. Well outside the volatility here, so that's why it came back down. I have this trend isn't based on this, is it? All right, here we go. So the 3-year weekly, I did some homework on this, obviously. But we're back under the downtrend. It does have a bullish wedge pattern on it, so looking for a breakout. Oh, all right. Here's I was looking for the money line here. That's the anchored VWAP to the candle with most volume. So this is very, very, very important. Too bad it's beautiful when it's on the lowest candle. That tells you it's really, really going to rip. And when it's on the highest candle, it's really, really going to tank. I wouldn't be surprised if that was for a while the money line anchor. So right now, being conservative, I'm not going to pay attention to it until it breaks $1.03. If you're solely going by VWAPs, but right here, the trend line, pretty solid. It's hit 3 times now. So personally, I wouldn't touch it until it comes back down to this trend line, or so here's typical play. It comes back down. downward facing wedge, right? The wedge is going down, which means 78% chance, not 100%, but most of the time that it breaks out to the upside. So it might try to retest this one more time and then break out, try to meet the point. What I mean by meet the point is the point of the wedge here. Usually after a breakout, you'll get a 30% move down, or 1/3 of the move down of this move right here. Sometimes, very rarely, it will come back down to the point, or closer to it, but usually about 30% chance. And then if you see a bounce up from there, that's when you get in right there. And then boom.
Please tell me, why are shorts such pricks?
The what?
Why are these hedge funds and shorts such pricks?
Why is that? What do you mean? Why are they?
All this up and down movement just screws us over. Jeez.
No, it's not to screw you over. That's what I'll see. If people that are just nothing but bullish, they get that mentality. That's not just the way it is. You got to remember your hedge funds. Do you have a 401k? Do you have
401k?
Retirement funds?
Oh no, I'm not at that age yet.
No, but many, many, many people are, and you should probably get one. Younger, the better.
No, I'm still in college trying to pay off that stuff.
Yeah, but those are hedge funds. They're helping institutions. They're paying off, helping 401ks and everything. So don't, they're plus they're market movers. If you didn't have them, don't think that they didn't help make runs up also. If they weren't around, the market would, a lot of the bad businesses would go out of business because the stock would just be flat. I'll guarantee you down here, hedge funds are like, okay, not maybe necessarily on this. This isn't the best example, but you get some that are just flatlined for years. If so, who's going to pay attention to that? Nobody. So what do? They bump it up a little bit, and that gets interest in it, and then it comes up, and then they short it, and they make their money. They make it up, and they make it down. But that's, yeah, hedge funds aren't necessarily evil, but you have to.
Hey, Rombo.
Yeah.
Whenever you get a time, Alpha Papa Lima.
Alpha Papa Lima. Gee, I've never heard of that one before. Apple, yeah, we're ranging within. This is the money line for Apple right here. Nice divergence pattern happened right here, and you had a nice run. Kind of getting a square top here. Now this is on the weekly, so it had a great week. Yeah, it does not like 157.41.
Yeah, I picked up some puts for mid-April, just back down to like the 145 strike.
Yeah, that might. Might not be too bad here. Let's see. Well, we got a crossover here. Might have been a little early on those. You might have a good day Monday and Tuesday. Maybe. Did you get the puts up here at 156?
I was it was like just under 155. I was a little early.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not as ugly as you think it'd be right now.
Well, April strikes. You're not gonna miss out on that. What are
I
you
got some
down like
time.
40 cents or so? You're down maybe.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
something like that.
yeah. So yeah, a little dangerous when you're above the money line. I'm usually bullish on it, but all the VWAPs are pretty much just going sideways. So this
I'll say
could
because it looked like it kind of was forming a triple top there.
kind of a poor man's quadruple top, really. I mean, and
Yeah,
it's just right here. So it could be ranging. I want to see where it's at on the deviations here. Um, yeah, it got down to the -1 sigma, bounced up above, hit the +1.5 sigma, came back down. Now here's the money line on the daily chart. So yeah, it's just ranging. Now it came back down, bounced off, and came back up. Now you're at the +1 sigma again. And yeah, here's the 1.5 sigma. It has had a hard time right here getting over it, and now here we are again at 157. What is that? 158.06 right now. So it's right on the first sigma. I wouldn't be surprised if it comes back and bounces off the 145 again, and then maybe finally break over that. That is maybe the bullish option, but it could go below. It could go back below the statistical means right now too, because I personally, I think the SPY is going to be tanking. So if that happens, Apple's going to go with it. And then you're looking at going down to the -1 sigma, which is somewhere in the 135 range. So
oh, that'd be great for me.
yeah, it would be. Yeah,
Oh man. Well, hey, thank you, Rambo.
yeah. Now keep in mind at the Fed coming this week, and people, you guys got to get out of the mindset now. Of course, I'm I'm not saying every single one of you guys or anything. I'm just saying in general, you have a bullish mindset, and it's built into you because the way things work, right? You can't get something unless you pay for it. So you have to give someone money to get that car or whatever. And that mindset in the market is you have to buy the stock and you want the stock to go up. But you could also make money going down. So you have to be aware of things, in the market. If you have a bullish only mentality, you have a tendency to look at things through bullish colored eyes, right? Green colored glasses. And you could take, really bad news from the Fed and find one little ray of hope in there, and you trust in that. And they've been doing that since, December. Now there's a very slight chance, and it'd be really dumb if the Fed's paused because of what's going on. And I'm just telling you right now, if that happens, which I just don't think it's going to happen, because it'd be really bad for inflation. Things are going to get actually worse. But if they do pause, the perma bulls are, they'll drive the market up a little bit more this week, but then reality is going to set in, and that pause is really going to make this tank. So and then if they have a quarter percent increase, then it's gonna is going to come down also. So, yeah, I really wouldn't be bullish right now. I'm really not going to be bullish on the SPY. I mean, long term, I wouldn't be bullish on the SPY till May or June, and by that I mean the market. So there are certain things though, like that's why I think again that the market might go up here the next couple of days is one of my other market indicators is the NYSE. And so the McClellan oscillator is specifically made for the NYSE. Okay, so it's very, very good. I mean, extremely good. See the divergences. See, amateurs just play. It's up here, so it's going to be going up, and it looks. You just don't go off this one point. See, because, now it came back up again. Oh, so we're going up, and you get calls right here, and then it goes down, and you're like, oh, no, I'm going to get out. Oh, it's going up again. I'm going to get in again, and then, oh, crap. Yet you have patience. All right, this took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 days, right? And I'm sitting here not doing anything right here. And people are in, out, and they're, getting their butts handed to them because it's consolidation. So you wait and you look for patterns, and this is a divergence pattern right here. Usually it will be 2, at most 3. And here's a beautiful divergence pattern here, and look what happens. Bam. Here's the divergence right here. So this is going down, this is going up. Bam. This is going up, that's going down, up. Okay, here's a big divergence pattern here. This is going up while this is going down. Bam. That's going up while this is going down. Bam. It calls every single major top and bottom. Right here, stayed equal. This is going up, so it's showing support. It goes up. That's going up. This is going down. Tank. So now what we have is what? Now this is going down. And the oscillator's going up. So so this is telling me, even though the MACD is still going down, we're getting a divergence pattern here. So I wouldn't be surprised to be seeing the market go up. Now how far up I don't know. But we could just have something a small little bump like this. So this is the one thing that's making me think that we could have maybe more of a bullish week this week. Maybe Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, a big tank, and then Thursday, Friday goes up again, or something like that. I don't know. So we'll wait and see. But as far as this is concerned, this is a major indicator right here for what the market's going to do. So I wouldn't be surprised to see it try to come up and retest I think this is the 20, yeah, the 20 moving average. So this week's going to be really interesting. For the SPY. Now with the McClellan here, this just doesn't do anything. It doesn't help you out. So that's why I just use it for the this stock exchange. So maybe Monday, Tuesday, bullish, and then maybe it just chops around. Wednesday when's the Fed speaking? I haven't done my homework yet on this, so where's my calendar? Here we go. Now, if you guys don't do this, please do it. You want to know what's going on with all the major announcements because it affects the market. So, it hasn't updated yet. So, I strongly advise you to do the forexfactory.com calendar. Because it's easy to look for United States, and you want to look at the red folders. The yellow ones, even the United States ones, just But sometimes the orange ones, you want to pay attention to those, but you really want to focus on the red ones, like the unemployment claims Thursday, the prelim on 9-day for consumer sentiment. They're going to move the market. Right now, it's really weird. I'll give you guys a tip on how to read this stuff. Usually in a bullish market, unemployment goes down. That's a good sign, right? Good news, the market goes up. Bad news, the market goes down. All right, so if, let's say, unemployment claims. Okay, now unemployment went down here, right? So in a bullish market, you're waiting for the news to come out, and this comes out the second that it's announced. You're like, oh, they expected 2012 is 192. That's really good news. So the market will go up. But now that we're in with inflation, anything that boosts the economy means it's bad because it's going to increase inflation. And right now they're trying to fight inflation. So, we're in a weird spot to where good news is bad and bad news is good. Unemployment rate went down a little bit. That's not good. So you really want to pay attention to that, and you want to know how to read it. But there's still bulls out there that think, oh, this is good news, so the market's going to go up, and they not experienced enough to really know what's going on with the market, and that's not good news. And people are thinking, well, if the Fed pauses, that's good news. It's not. It's going to make things worse down the line. So just keep that in mind. But that's something you'll want to pay attention to.
Hey, Ranbo?
Yeah.
Yeah, can you check DPZ, Domino's Pizza?
WPZ?
No,
Oh,
DPZ.
Domino's. Yeah, Domino's. Okay.
There's a $25 gap that it needs to fill.
Well, right now I would have gotten puts. This is probably coming. See, I love this. Look at that. It gets in the green right there. You get 317 calls from 297. You would have made out beautiful. Okay. You said there's a gap on what?
There's a $25 gap.
Oh, yeah.
A gap fill, yeah.
Well, gaps always don't fill, first of all. Um, they do mostly, though. So, I mean, I'm not poo pooing this, but with the way things are going, again, I wouldn't expect this to fill for a long time. This might fill, but it might do it next year.
Oh,
Um, yeah, guys, don't be so. I mean, this was the daily here. This took, what was that, from April 27th to, uh, and so that took a month, and then that came up. But now you got to remember that bullish market here. Um, and here now we're in a bearish market. So this just might stay. I wouldn't pay attention to this until it got over 320. What was the high of that day right there? Yeah, 320.55. The thing is, see, I mean, you're going to risk all of this right here. The recent low is 297. So you got a lot to risk right here, in hopes. If you're in right here, that's how much. That's your first target, 319.
okay.
So you got a $9 target, and you have a $13 risk. That's not a good area to be in. Now, if it bounces down to this area right here, it comes back up, but you're obviously definitely in a downtrend here. So, and you have a sharp incline here. That's not really good. And it's pretty much some slightly an uptrend, or I'm sorry, an ascending wedge, which is actually bearish. Or if it's symmetrical, that is what they call a continuation wedge. So it's coming from the downside, which means it's going down also. You had earnings. What were the earnings? I hate when TA does this, man. As a $1.21, I don't know if that was good news or not. So, dividend. I'm sorry. Never mind. So, we'll wait and see. This orange line is the VWAP anchored to the last FOMC hearing, which is usually pretty important, and this just came right under it. So, yeah, I wouldn't play it until it at least breaks this. If it breaks that, then you could get a run up, and fill the gap. Let's see, the gap is right here. So you scroll over to that trend line here. You're looking at 341.81 by April 20th. I would say, just going by this trend. But if it doesn't get above right now, if it doesn't get above the 316 area, this is probably just going to consolidate. If it goes sideways, it's got to do something by April 10th. If it bounces down off this would be a really good area. See, I'd be really patient with this one and just wait for it to maybe bounce off this trend line. Then I would get in quite a bit on it actually because very little risk. I just put my stop loss right underneath this downtrend line here. Obviously, day to day, if it bounces here, starts going up, then you have to move your stop loss up through time, right? But because if it breaks the support line, then it's you're coming back down. So
Okay. Great. Thanks.
yeah.
Ronbo, what's your thoughts on FRC?
Yeah. This should be fun. Let's look at this. Way, way, way below. Well, it's definitely found some support right here finally. People are still really skittish, so this wouldn't actually be a bad time to get into it and be bullish. Play it up to 36, because you have a nice small stop loss right here. 16 or something like that. Let's see here. Yeah, I'd have a stop at like 1826, and see if this has the average. No, this is going to change Monday. These are based up. Oh no, this is the third Friday of the month. So, you might see a bounce back up to 2350. This is 50% Fibonacci. That's sitting at 1907. So if it breaks that, then you're probably coming down to 1808, 1654. But it looks like momentum is slowing down on this one, and you might see a bounce back up. But yeah, this is ridiculous. I could only dream of having puts on this one a month ago. I would have made hundreds of millions of dollars, but no one knows the future, so it's just not worth thinking of. But the puts, still a lot more puts than calls on this one, so put to call ratio is insane. Yeah, 1.69. That's just crazy. If you're contrarian, you're waiting for a put call ratio like this to get into calls. But with this situation, I don't know. I personally would right now. I'd rather get into calls than puts on this. See, look at that. At the time, this was close to be. Oh man, that would have been just a beautiful rip. 21 to 39. That would have been nice. But yeah, now we're well below the money line right here, so it's gonna be tough sledding for a while. 1856. If you're, I mean, what were you thinking about getting into puts or something?
No, just invested currently, and it's
Oh,
it's
you're
well below my average.
oh yeah,
Just curious of your thoughts on it.
yeah, it's ranging. Well, what's your average?
I don't want to tell you. 27.
Well, that's not horrible. If you're in this for the long term, it's not too bad. What, you listen to Kramer pushing it?
No, went off on my own, and still new to reading charts and trying to get into it. And I thought I understood it yesterday and bought in before market opening, and just sat there terrified watching it all day. And then, after hours, we all know what happened.
Yeah, that's why you always have a stop loss. Always,
Yeah.
always, always. Especially if you're new. Um, it's in. I'm not. It's going to guarantee you. Yeah, There's going to be times where you get stopped out and then it rips, right? Like, let's say you get in right here, and it tanks, so you get stopped out and then it does this, right? And so that gets you mad. But in the long run, over all of your trades, hundreds of trades, the stop loss is going to save you a lot more money than how much you would have made if you didn't get stopped out. It's just a statistical uh, fact. So, but yeah, so see that could have gotten you, you could have gotten out, and wait for it to break a downtrend. Here's really, it broke this downtrend here, but um, so I wouldn't be interested in it until it breaks this right here. Even have a secondary downtrend line. Right here. So I would probably see what you could do is, what platform do you have?
Robinhood.
Oh, you're just doing Robinhood. Okay. Yeah, you really got to get some kind of a platform where you could do something like this. See, so I'll put a downtrend line on here, and all I have to do is click on it, and I could do create alert withdrawing, and then I could say when it crosses above, create. Now I don't have to look at this chart at all until it crosses this line. Then I'll get an alert saying it crossed this downtrend line, and then I might get in because it's on the uptrend, and this would be a scalp move because this is a secondary, but these are usually pretty good. Once it breaks the secondary downtrend line, it will make a move up to the primary downtrend line, and that'd be a pretty good play. But unfortunately, boy, I think it even just broke that. Let's see here. It got down to 17. Yeah, it peekabooed, what I call it. It's messing with this support right here. So there's going to be something that's going to happen here. I think that this is a descending wedge, which tells me you have a good bet that it's going to be popping back up, and you might save your butt. But it's really gotta get back.
Got my fingers and toes crossed.
Yeah. Yeah, it's down below it right now. That's not good. But I mean, well underneath the volatility range. So usually, when it gets like this, uh, yeah, you'll see some kind of a run eventually. See now, you got into that when Friday?
Yeah, Friday about just before 9:30.
Oh, at the bell you got in.
Yep.
Okay, so reading charts. This is where I'd put my stop right here. So you're in this uptrend right here.
hmm
Uh, you should have had your stop at 25.89,
hmm
and
I was
boom.
just sitting there watching it waving back and forth, and I thought maybe it was going to run, and it it ran the other way
Well,
and got away from me.
yeah, that when you're in a downtrend, I'm not bullish unless you have a secondary, and I'm scalping it right here. That's it with the tight stop loss because it's going down. So, uh, so you're reading charts. Here's a high. Okay, now you got a higher high or a higher low. That's good. But see right here, lower high. So that's telling me that there's a you're in consolidation. And this is a continuing, pretty much a symmetrical wedge, which means it's continuing, and it's in a downtrend. So it's just you're gonna go to the south side on that. It should have bounced right here, really, but yeah, there's just no buyers in it right here. So, yeah, especially this candle right here. That's called a rushing star, or there's other names for it, but that's telling you right here that you better get out.
Yep.
So big topping tail, it engulfed that candle right there. Yeah, you should have gotten out pretty much where you got in, around the 27.37 range. Because look, lower highs, lower lows. Yeah. So now you're kind of you're in a danger zone here, because if it doesn't get above this trend line right here, you're asking for trouble. I wouldn't necessarily see now if I was this would be a good time to buy, because you could have a really small stop loss here, like I was saying before.
Right.
But now if it gets back above this trend line, you could try to save yourself an average down and hope that you get a bump up here, maybe a one more bump back down, and then break out, and you might get something there. But yep, stop losses, guys.
Hey,
Robert,
Ron.
I had a question about a trading strategy.
Yeah.
So I've been really messing around, and I've got some indicators that I'm playing like the 3450 EMA cloud. So like when it kind of passes into that bullish zone, I've been taking some entries. But I've been noticing that it seems like it works better with like stuff that looks like it's like algo traded almost. Does that make like any sense? Like I had a really good one that I've been riding for a couple weeks. It was Bivi, BIVI.
All right.
And I got in on March 6th around like 6:42 because my arrow had indicate that it crossed in kind of a bullish zone. I don't know. I could share my screen. I don't know if that.
No, it's okay. I understand.
So I don't know, but like yesterday I did another one. It was Mux, and they seem to just. I don't know if that's a good strategy, but it just seems like when they look like they're more like algo traded, I've been able to hit some pretty good ones, and I'm just trying to figure out if that's a good strategy long term, or if that's something I can kind of ride out.
The 3050. Yeah, you really it's okay. I don't like playing with moving averages all that much because you usually don't get it. Now, was that EMA?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Um, yeah, I could see that being decent. Now you're in when it crosses.
Right. So when it crosses into the bullish zone, so basically when I think it's 34 crosses back over the 50, if I'm not mistaken. Thinking about that
The
right?
34. I thought you were
Yeah.
30.
I have 34 and 50.
Oh, 30 and a 4 and a 50. Right?
No, 34 day and 50 day.
Oh, 34 and 50. Okay, so that's your cloud. And you're playing, you get in after the crossover, right?
Yep.
So
Yep.
you're only in it when you're above the cloud. Okay.
Right.
Um,
But what I've found, and I don't know why, it seems like when like it looked to me like more of like an algo traded chart, and that's what I've seen. Like I've been able to make some pretty decent cash on it this week. Just I mean, I did another one yesterday, which was Mux, and it was like it's the same deal. It looked like just looks like computer traded. Like I don't see a lot of like sharp up and downs like people actually trading it.
well, what it's barcoding?
Yeah, but is barcoding like up? Like MUX was one I played yesterday. It was Martha Umbrella
Yeah.
Xavier.
Whoops.
And I got in yesterday at about like 747 ish. After it had crossed over that zone, and again, like it just looks to me like it's just like not people trading it. It almost looks like it's like a algo rhythm.
Oh,
Maybe I'm wrong on that. I don't know.
no, it looks like a really nice pattern. To tell you the truth. Me personally, I like the 25. I just
Okay.
strictly this is the 25 EMA right here.
Okay.
Uh, and I'll play it as far as it's above the 25. Now I'll usually have. See, it's really funny that I did this. I just took it off. Um, I'll show you real quick. And what happened to it? Whoops. I put on the wrong one. Not the 200. Don't want that. Remove. Sorry about that, guys.
Right on.
Going too fast. Exponential moving average. Deviation bands. 25. And I got 2 deviations on. So here's where it breaks the 20, 25 right here. So right when it gets above the 25, I'm in. So I would have been in at 7:30. And as long as it stays above the 25 EMA right here, and once it breaks above the 20, now this is just the 20 moving average, the simple moving average.
Okay.
So now once the 25 is above the 20, then I play the 20. So I would have been in this I still would be in it, actually, probably. I might have gotten out right here with this candle. I might have gotten out at 783. To be honest, way above way above the means here. maybe. Um, but I do like that strategy. I don't the cloud thing, that might be all right. I've never messed with that strategy before, to be honest. So I'm not gonna say it's good or bad, or but if it works, but back test it. What you use it on TradingView or what?
I use it on Thinkorswim.
Oh, really? You got
So-
you got a script for it?
Yeah. I think it just helps me visual. I think the cloud part of it really. I mean, I get what you're saying. Helps me kind of just visualize. I can kind of see if it looks like the clouds, like I guess, building or not. I almost call them like waves, and I almost think I'm like riding the waves. Is what I think of it as.
No, that's exactly what you do. I have that also. I just have a different. See, I wonder, what was that called? La la la. Oh, I must have took it off. That's weird. I must have deleted it. Yeah, there was one that I really liked, a cloud that I used for a while, but
Okay.
yeah,
All right, well-
I would just say I would back test it, and if it's consistent with a certain percentage, then go with what works. Just usually for me, just simple crossovers, you tend to be a little late. Like here,
Right.
This is I got the 10 and the 50 on here. Okay, and so that would have got me in right here at 744. But for me, if I'm looking at the 25, if the 25 is going up, then I have this. Here's my money line, right? So when it's above that, and the 25 is going up, I'm in.
Okay. How do you get that money? Is that like something you get on Thinkorswim? That money line?
Yeah, it's a script by Brian Shannon that
Okay.
you have to go to Alpha Trends to buy now. But yeah, that these are really, really good.
Okay. Cool.
Anchored VWAPs are going to take over everything eventually. Exponential or simple moving averages it's much better.
Cool. All right, man.
So
I appreciate it.
Yeah, like this anchored VWAP right here, this blue one, that's to the lowest candle on the chart. And so,
Okay.
I mean, you could have just played that all the way up right here. Now,
Awesome.
when the money line, right, that's the highest volume on the chart. This is last month. That's why I call it the money line, because when that money line is on the lowest candle on the chart, it's a massive run up. Kind of
Awesome.
like this. I wouldn't be surprised that this just printed right here. I wouldn't be surprised if it was on this candle right here. I would not be surprised, because a run up like this, yeah, it's gold. It really is. I'm also surprised that it wasn't here. But when you see a move, when the money line is really high volume, especially when it's on the highest candle, and then it starts going down and it's under that line, that just like it's explosive up, that's explosive down.
Okay.
So, but as long as it bounces up and
Trying to use
above,
the restroom. They'll be out in a minute. Then we can do stuff.
it has that tells you it still has momentum, because this is the highest candle that dipped below. See, and it tested right here, retested here, and broke above. So if it would have retested here and went down, this thing just would have plummeted. I'll guarantee you that. But
Awesome.
so this still has momentum to it.
Cool.
But again,
Cool.
I'd pay attention to 758 right now. That's where the money line. So yeah, if you could get that, I'm telling you, it's nice.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna look into it. Thanks,
Yeah.
man. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
All right, guys. About that. I was wondering, Ron, if you can check ADD.
Squirrel. All right. Oh, ADD. That was a joke. Bad one, I guess.
I got that joke.
So why does my chart look so weird? Okay. Here you go. Look at that money line right here. Bounced above the lowest candle VWAP. Rip. So on the yearly, it kind of, this was a nice little cup and handle right here. Not really. Okay, here we're doing gap play again. 314. Above the money line though, so that's good. So the 25 EMA, yep. So you're above some important VWAPs here. Yeah, that now this red dot line is the VWAP that's anchored to the highest candle on the chart. So, and this is for the whole year. So it was right at the beginning of the year. So this is going to be really hard to get over. Right now it's at 294. So for me personally, I here's your stop loss. Good luck with that. Probably have a secondary one right there. And see that this would be if you're not in it. So there's my stop loss right there. And, because if it breaks, then it's going to come down to here. If it breaks, it's going to come down to here. Really, really steep, really, really fast. So who was asking? What are you in it right now, or are you just thinking about it, or what?
Ron, this is the guy that is new to trading that you always to give good advice to.
Oh.
I was in it. It was something that Moon had talked about a long time ago, and everybody was in it. But I'm pretty sure they were swinging it, and here I was holding them. And so I've been in the hole for quite a while. It finally got me up over 202 was my average. So I'm well above 202. I was just going to try to get as much as I can out of it before I can. Well, where should I set my stop loss with you? I mean, I should have been out, but I'm just glad I'm over my money now instead of under my money.
Yeah.
And so I have about 120 shares. I sold 100 a little bit before it got to 202 because it just kept looking like it was going down, and I was afraid to lose what I had already gained. And so once it broke that, I still had 100 riding. And so I'm just going to take my little money out.
Yeah, I got a big,
and be able to reinvest it in a better place.
Yeah, I got a big divergence pattern here. That's what this red line is conjunction with the MACD right here. So the price, the moving average, it's going up, but look at the histogram here. It's getting less and less strong, which means buyers are starting to. They're not coming in as strong as they were right here with this move. Believe it or not, last year. Then it got more.
I'm pretty sure a lot of people are recouping because I'm pretty sure a lot of
Well,
people were, if they were like me, they got stuck in it.
a lot of people got in. Yeah, right. A lot of people got in right here thinking it was going to fill the gap right away. And that was in August. So you have a lot of people here that have been holding. Right
Yeah,
in this,
I'm one of them.
right in this area. So that's why a lot of people are selling. I should have my profile volume up here, but I don't. Let's see. But yeah, the RSI is going down on the 90-day 15-minute chart. So do you have a platform, Pops? Trading View, whatever.
I've just been using the Webull, and I need to get Thinkorswim because I hear you guys talking about it, and it's free.
Yeah.
So
I would put a trend line on from March 8th up to the 16th, and once it breaks that, I'm out.
awesome.
Which, I mean, so Monday, 258. But see, now it could dip down. Remember, this is the daily, so it could come down here and then recapture and end up going to whatever, So that's up to you. But yeah, if you're in at, what was it, 227?
202.
Or 202. Okay. Well,
I would probably take a little bit just in case, and then watch it. And if it starts, going below that, then I'll just, get to a
yeah,
certain point. I'll just chill out
you
a
could
little
have a
bit.
stop at 216 to see what happens here if it makes that run up. But everything is telling me, okay, even on the volatility trading range here, you have a high right here, and now the price is going up, but right now you have a lower high on this, which is telling me it's coming down. Same again with the histogram. That could have been it, though. That could have been a really small divergence. That might have been the end of that divergence drop from here down to here. So
I'm watching it, but like you say, set my stop loss because I want to keep some of my profits and just work with a little bit. Because if it goes up, I won't have my feelings hurt because I didn't lose my money.
yeah. But if it stays above that trend line, I would stay. I would stay in it. Obviously, it's pretty. It's a pretty steep uptrend. But if it breaks, I would get out, but I wouldn't throw it away. I would see if it bounces off this trend line. If it bounces off this trend line, that's really, really nice. More shallow the trend, actually, the better.
I hear you say that a lot.
Yeah. Because then you'll get into something where it will look like this, but it will be a lot more gradual and a lot more powerful. You can, get a run up to $11. But again, with always in context, the market is going to be coming down, I think. So eventually this will pop and come down, maybe even down to this one. Maybe, just come back down here again. So see what happens with the market.
Keep that in my thought process. Because I know you're saying maybe August, but then I know reevaluate when August comes and see there's so much, so many things going on right now.
Well, there's going to be the bullish run's going to start in May or June.
Oh, maybe sooner.
Huh?
Is this a question? Is this the time when whenever they say that you can kind of starting if you weren't already in some things and starting to build, but it's a good time really to probably start doing some long positions
Not yet.
on good stocks? Not yet.
No, the smart money is still selling on the market. They're not buying; they're selling.
Got it.
They'll start buying again in when the market bottoms out. See that's why they're the smart money, and dumb money does the exact opposite. Like right now, they're thinking, hey, we're in a bullish run. They're so. I don't know if you ever see me tell people sometimes you're trading in a vacuum, because they're looking at like just the 1 day chart or the 5 day chart, and they're not looking at the bigger picture and not knowing that they're buying into a selling zone on the bigger charts, and that's why so many people get caught holding bags, because they're not paying attention to what's going on. So this is for the whole market, right? So this is going to confuse you, because this is it's the exact opposite of how people think. So think of it this way. This is confidence. Okay? This is the smart money. So when the confidence is going up, they're confident in them getting into the market. Okay? So in other words, these are the lows of the market. So right now, hey, the market's tanking. So why is this going down? Because they're still selling. They sell as it goes down, and they buy as it goes up. So that they're confident. They're not confident right now, because the market is too high. See, they get skittish when it starts going up. They're like, "Oh boy, I don't know if it's going to go up anymore. Oh, I don't know if it's going to go up anymore." So the confidence drops. Okay, now it's gone up a little bit. Believe me, it's not done. It's not done quite yet. Right. So here's 2008. Boom. They get in right here. Boom. 2012. Familiar. Right. Boom. And then here 2000. So here's March. Right. The confidence, they're very high right here. That was on the COVID, right, where it just tanked, and look at that move right there. So higher this gets. Oh, I said that opposite. See, it still confuses me sometimes. So these are the lows of the market, and this is when the smart money gets in. So right now, it's starting to come up to where they'll start buying, because they think this is at a low point. So you want to wait for this to come all the way up here, and I think it's going to come. It's starting to come up now, but they're still not confident in it, which tells me that the market's going to go lower, which it is. I think it's going to go down to around 340, 350 by in March. So then that's when you want to start buying stocks. See, so down here right now, they're like, ugh, I don't want to buy, and everybody else is buying, and they're selling. It makes more sense when you see it on here. I'll show you real quick. We'll go to a weekly chart maybe. This might make more sense, maybe. All right. So right here, smart money is selling. Comes up, they sell. Comes up, they sell. Comes up, they sell. Notice a certain selling area right here. And dumb money keeps trying to, oh man, it's so low, and it comes up and they get rejected. It comes up, gets rejected. And now it's finally gonna break this zone right here. This is my target area right here, where I think the smart money is. Then they're going to be really confident right here, just like they were down here. Now this doesn't make sense. This is a trend line based off of the deviations, which all the hedge fund, all the institutions, all the banks use. All right, this is a negative 2.5 sigma move right here. That's when smart money buys. They buy when it's 2 sigmas up. They sell when it are down, and they sell when it's 2 sigmas up. That's why right here I was begging and pleading with everybody to buy puts. And so that's what's going on. So the smart money is really going to start buying right here. All right. With that said, guys, I should probably get. Let's see, I'm just about 2 hours here, so I don't know how big of a file, because I'm recording this, I don't know how big of a file this is going to go to be able to transfer over. So we'll see. We'll see if it will do 2 hours. We're at 1:37 right now, so yeah, sure. 7 more minutes. Any other tickers, guys?
Hub C, HUBC.
HP what?
He's saying Hotel Uniform Bravo Charlie.
Oh.
You may not be able to analyze it. It's a SPAC, I believe.
Oh, are SPACs starting? I didn't think SPACs were all that popular right now. Another gap fill play. Typical. This looks like it's a fake out. So it's a fake. Usually when this happens, it gets into the gap zone, as I call it, and comes back down. It usually peters out. You could stay in it as long as it stays above this trend line. Maybe you could do a secondary trend line right here to be a little bit more conservative. Yeah, on the daily chart, maybe a 314 candle up to the 316 candle, right? Do a trend line here. So next week, probably, if it doesn't have a blue week this week, or a blue day, I would get out of it. Probably going to come back down to the $1.50 area.
Okay. Thank you, Ramba.
For momentum, yeah. So this is kind of a weird area right here, because I'll guarantee you everybody got in right here. A crap load of people. I'm surprised this wasn't the. It is above the money line. You could probably use that for a stop loss. $1.97, I think it is right now. So
Okay.
You could do that. But yeah, a lot of people lost. They got all excited right here. Now I used to do this. This was my thing back when momentum was huge. It right here it breaks to 268. You're in. It got up to 307 or whatever. And everyone's just all they're doing is, oh, here we go, we're going to 480 or whatever, and then boom, gets tanks. So market it has general market strength. The SPY was down, so this went down. SPY was up here, so this went up. But now with that said, if the SPY does what I think it's going to do, you're going to have a blue week, or blue at least couple of days, which might push it back up to the 309. And if it gets any kind of momentum, but momentum has just been horrible since Biden's been in office. So I don't have a lot of confidence in it, but that's the market. You never know.
Yes, sir.
So are you in it right now?
No, I took profits on it. I was looking at a re-entry on it on Monday. I think I've been following a couple other traders that also like it, and we're all thinking it could go to $10. But that being said, I'm not really absolutely convinced. I've been trying to draw out levels on it. I just had my daughter this weekend, so I haven't had a chance to really look at it. So
yeah, if it gets above the maybe even just the body, up if it breaks 284 again, or you could get in and just use this trend line as a stop. So if it or just this candle.
Yes, sir.
240. Is that 50 right now? 10-cent stop loss, and if you get stopped out, big deal. Now the 84% rule. If you're in a good entry area, this isn't bad. If it breaks down below and then breaks back up above, you just get back in where your entry is, not where your stop was, but where the entry is, and use the same stop. You could do it that way too, and then try to play momentum. And if it breaks to 310 Monday, then maybe Tuesday you might have a good day, and then.
I feel like if it can break 317, that's like the point where I see it like having open skies up to, like 564 somewhere in there. So that's kind of what I'm hoping for, is that break in 317. But I'm going to watch it real close on Monday to get a good entry on it. And if I don't, I don't. But it's down pretty good right now from where it was on Friday.
Yeah.
So watch it real close in the morning.
Well, for me, the break would for momentum, that 317 is a little high. It's right off the yesterday's candle. That was 310. There's nothing here.
Yeah.
So this is the highest candle. So that's your resistance point right there. Now,
okay.
I haven't looked at the weekly. Oh, this is a SPAC. Well, wow. On the weekly chart, this isn't bad. But it's not good either. You just don't have a lot of information. Look, there's nothing here on this
yes, sir.
massive week right here. So
yeah, down big. Nobody understands why it went down so fast. But we're trying to play it, I guess, the gap bill. So I think.
Well, from the weekly, I mean, you got to run up to, 534.
Yes, sir.
Let's see here. There's even a small gap up to on the weekly up to 790, right? Something like that was the low on this. 788. From the weekly chart, but yeah, that's an awfully steep trend line. So.
Well, I appreciate it. Thank you for your input on it.
Yeah.
One last quick question. Are you on the gold train this week with that massive pattern?
No.
On the gold GLD?
Nah. I tell you the truth, the only reason why is because I haven't been paying attention to it.
Yeah. It's a 20-year chart, and it's got a giant cup and handle from over like almost a 17-year span, and it's going to break that. If it breaks that resistance, it will basically be off to the moon. According to everybody that I trade with, we're all watching it real close. But it's got a cup and handle. It's tested it 3 times in the last 17 years on the weekly.
Okay, what is it again?
GLD.
Oh, just straight up the gold standard. All right.
GLD. Yeah, if you look at the weekly and zoom out.
Now, let's take a look at the 20 year.
So it's tested at 3. This will be the 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 3 times, and then we're on our 4th attempt after. Well, 3 in recent years, 1 from the other side of the cup.
Yeah, I was testing this anchored VWAP from August of 2020. Yeah. So there is momentum here. Last time it broke that VWAP, it went to 194. So it looks like it's trying to do that again.
I mean, it looks like it just broke that trend line on the handle. That's why I was getting excited about on Friday. But you draw a trend line for that handle, the top of it.
You're not talking about that trend line, are you?
No, it's lower for me. Or I'm not doing the off the wicks, so maybe I need to be doing it off the wicks.
Oh, wicks are important, my friend.
I always do it off the top of the candle.
No, that's just where it ends. The wicks tell you no farther. Much more important. So you got a while to go for it to break, and it's really not that lots.
Okay. So it still has a little bit further to go before it breaks the handle. Okay.
Well, this really isn't really I wouldn't look at it as a cup and handle. I would have right here.
Yes, sir.
Say some people misunderstand. I don't know why, but you cut it. A cup looks like a cup for a reason. Right there. You want it dip down. Some people say it's like this. Well, would you buy a cup that has a handle like that? No, it's like a smaller cup. In front of the cup, you have a handle on it.
Okay.
So you want to see a curve down and a curve up. You don't want to see a flag pattern like that.
That's interesting you say that, because a lot of the technical, like on Wikipedia, and a lot of the technical information does it the exact opposite.
Yeah.
With they're basically saying the key part of it is that it has to have a 50% retrace.
Oh boy. Well, Wikipedia isn't always right, and it depends on who's putting the information in on it.
Yes, sir. Yeah, no, I'm more likely to trust something you say than something I read online. It's just I guess learning the wrong way.
See, if you noticed, I put a Fibonacci on here for a reason. Why do you think that is? It's not a cup and handle. A 50% retrace, it's lost its momentum. You want you want a 30 to the 38% retracement. If it breaks below that, you can still get a move, but it's not your powerful momentum move with the 30% retracement cup handle. That's why, and not all cup and handles work anyways, and this is just really choppy. See the how the reason why it's really powerful is because you have a nice descending and nice ascending. Remember, I told you about the trend lines. Why, if it's nice and shallow and slowly moves up, that gives you this. So
Yes, sir.
pretend like you have a ball. If it's nice and smooth down, it's going to pick up a lot of momentum, and then nice and smooth up, the momentum continues. All right. Then there you have your resistance, but if it drops down slowly again and slowly comes back up, momentum to break this, and then boom. Okay.
Okay.
That's why the handle is just as important as the cup. Now, if you have a cup that comes down, spikes up, comes back down, spikes up, comes down, spikes, spike, comes down like this. Well, if you have a ball and you roll it, what's it going to do right here? It's going to come up and down, slow up, and down, slow up, and down. And so it looks like it has a lot of momentum. It does temporarily, but once it gets to this point, usually cups that look like this do this. They fizzle out.
Yeah.
Most of the time, not all the time, and vice versa. Just because you have a beautiful cup and handle, sometimes it still fizzles out. It's not a guarantee. It's around. It's like, I can't remember the averages on cup and handles. I think it's like 68%. So a little over
Yes, sir.
half the times they work. So I get excited about them, but I always keep those in mind.
Yeah, I was looking at this and I was thinking to myself, Rombo's gonna be really excited to talk about this one, but I guess I was wrong on that.
Well, no,
because I remember you talking a couple months ago about one.
There's still
Yeah.
a lot of good
Yeah.
potential with it, but I mean, look at this. See, it comes up now right here. I would have been kind of excited about that, even though you have big spike up here, kind of.
Yeah.
This is still a pretty good play right here. Not bad.
Yeah.
But
It's interesting, but it's not like you're like, oh my gosh, this is the best setup I've ever seen in my life.
no,
Kind of.
it's not. It's not the best, but it's still not bad. But you see what I just showed you before the fizzle. Look, this is starting to look like a fizzle.
Yes. Yeah.
But
So it's failing.
If this keeps momentum, then you could play momentum at 194, whatever that was, 194.49.
Yes, sir.
But I tell you the truth, especially right now, you got a big your stop should be right there.
Yeah. Well, I haven't gotten into it. I'm waiting for that breakout. I was waiting for it to break out over that. Top.
Yeah. And I'm to tell you the truth, that would be a smart play. I would do it, even though momentum plays just have sucked. But because this is gold with the market right now, this could make a lot of sense. A lot of sense. Matter of fact, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm going to draw a trend line right here. Create an alert. Process above. Yeah, I'm gonna keep this on. I got plenty of gold anyway, so I really don't pay attention to it. I've been buying gold for 40 years, so
wow.
But I might add. Right here.
Well, thank you, Rombo. I appreciate your time. I know I'm short, so.
Yeah, it's above the 25 EMA, so usually that's pretty bullish. So, but
I'll keep an eye on it going into next week.
Yeah.
I appreciate your input, though. That's very helpful. Thank you.
Yeah, that's what I'm here for. So, and I learned from you guys too, and you guys bring up tickers that I'm like, oh yeah, this is nice. So I'll pay attention to it. I'm definitely going to pay attention to the gold though.
Yeah, then and I don't go into it because I know other people might have a quick question, but I was just going to say you might also pay attention to what Ethereum and Bitcoin are doing because they're about to break out as well. They're in patterns right now where they're it's called a broadening pattern, and they look like they're breaking out of that broadening pattern. So you might want to just take a look at them at some point. But I appreciate your time. Thank you.
Now I know I have Bitcoin on. Do you know what Bitcoin is on TOS?
Yeah, BTC.
No, I don't think it is.
Okay, on TradingView it's BTC.
Yeah, on everything is BTC, but on
Let me look.
Thinkorswim
Let me
it's
look real
not.
quick.
It's some
Let me
weird
look real quick.
Charts. I think I have to go under. I think it's mark. No. I have to go to indicators. I think it's under indicators somewhere. I remember I tripped across it once. I'm like, oh look, Bitcoin is on Thinkorswim. Oh well, I could do it without right now since I'm under some SPY or time constraints here. But so you're is the broadening pattern look like this, or does it look like this? Hello?
Okay, I'm here. I'm sorry. I muted myself.
Does the broadening pattern look like this? Well, this should be more like that. Or
Hold on, let me look at my notes.
or
I'm
does
sorry.
it look like this way?
Give me just a sec. I'm looking.
Wow, Ron.
It's downward. It's a downward broadening pattern.
So it's like this. These two yellow lines.
Yeah, it's more like that, more like the yellow lines, but it's actually down a little bit, sloped down more.
Well, it's just the general thing is broadening and it's going down.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
but
is.
It's breaking out. It's breaking out over that, and then we'll retest that broadening pattern top.
No. So it's past the top right now?
It's already past the top. Yeah.
Yeah, see, I don't pay attention to horizontal in patterns.
It's on the weekly, but it broke out over the broadening pattern, and now it's retested, and now it's popped up. So it's heading for
but with patterns
30,000.
With patterns, you don't go away from the pattern and then you start using horizontal.
Okay.
Just like a wedge. When it breaks, it will come down past that previous high to try to meet the point. Okay, so with patterns, you have a broadening. It's going to come down like this. It's going to come up, and then it's going to try to meet this base right here.
Okay.
It might be above it, and it might have bounced higher than that, and it's coming. But I'll bet you, it's going to come down again.
Okay.
Um,
And it might. I'm not saying one way. I'm just saying it looks like it's about to break out. If it can break out over that
yeah,
one the key resistance, I think it's 30,000.
it looks like it, but I'm telling you, if the market tanks, that thing's gonna fall like a rock out of the sky,
Okay.
no matter what pattern it's in.
Yes, sir.
I do not use now. It might be breaking out because of what they're trying to see. Again, the permeables with thinking that the markets, the Fed's going to pause. So these next 3 days, it definitely could be coming up. But then, if they put in rate hikes, it's going to go down.
Okay.
You'll probably see that, and hence that will do that pattern where it's going to come down to try to meet that base again. And then if the market continues to go down, then that's just a false breakout.
Yes, sir. Okay. I appreciate the input, Rombo. Thank you.
Yep. Okay,
Thanks
guys.
for your time.
You're welcome. I'm going to get running here. You guys have a good day. Have a good weekend. Enjoy yourself, and don't drink too much while you're watching basketball. And I don't care because my Gophers suck, and they haven't been in the market. They haven't been in the tournament for a long time. But yeah, take care, guys.
Appreciate your time.
Yep.
Enjoy your weekend, Ron.
Yeah,
Thanks.
you guys too. Have fun.